Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy, you're invited.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. How is everybody doing out there today? How is everybody doing out there today? Elder Ariaga, boy, I'm back. You know what I mean? After Passover, yes, with a little, I'm overcoming a sinus headache, but they're spraying all type of things out there in the sky. So, but we good. It's not stopping me from working. We just got to overcome it. But, you know, I wanted to come on today, and I had this thing. I had healed this thing before the Passover, but then when I came back, you know, me and some of my children and friends and family and all types of people out there just getting these, whatever they're spraying out there, man. So, but yet and still, we are here. And hey, I'm listen, I know some people wish they can revisit and rewind and go back to the Passover, but you know what I mean? We're here now. It's so many things happening in the earth. And I'm trying to, no, it's not pollen. It's not pollen right now. Yeah, it's not really much pollen going around right now where I'm at. It's just, you know, we know what's going on with the elite just spraying all types of things out there. And sometimes they just spray and do more than usual. Right? So, but it's not stopping me, man. It's not stopping me at all. So I'm here. Shalom to everybody. Back on GOCC Media, Tuesday nights with Elder Ariaga Bar. After a beautiful Passover in Tulsa, Oklahoma. All praises be to the Most High. Yeah, so I want to say a beautiful shalom to everybody. It was great seeing everybody and their families. And I want to say thank you. I want to also say thank you for, you know, all of these gifts and things that people have given me. And one of them I actually have on right now. Proven, the brand Proven from Sister, a warrior from the Bryan College Station body. Man, boy, can she hook up some beautiful t-shirts. You know what I mean? Now I be getting too swole for them because on my push-ups and stuff like that. But, you know, when I get too swole for them, you know, I just make it a cutoff and I work out in it. And people be asking, you know, what type of what type of shirt is that you have on or whatever the case may be. So yeah, but I turned my volume up a little bit, so hopefully you guys can hear me a little better. Okay, one moment, let me get this really quick. Yeah. So yeah, I got that Proven shirt on. And it, you know, I know a lot of people already know about it, but if you do want to know about it, you can go to www.proven313.com, and the email address is customerservice@proven313.com. All right, it's beautiful, you know, prophetic writing on the back. You know what I mean? So make sure you get you one of these, man. But I'm gonna tell you something: don't put it on unless you are proven. Don't put it on unless you are proven. You know what I mean? Yeah, we in some different times right now. Listen, All Israel is not of Israel. We in some it's crazy because we in some beautiful times, but yet some dark times ahead. But it's beautiful for the righteous and those who will endure to the end. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. It's all about, are you in tune with the Most High's prophecies, his laws, his statutes and commandments? Or are you in tune and distracted with Satan's works in the world, his distractions, right? So, yeah, I got some more beautiful gifts here. We have one here. Bishop, we got the bishop out of Las Vegas, Bakar and his beautiful family. They blessed me with these things. You know what I mean? They blessed me with this beautiful bag. One moment. This beautiful bag here. Yeah, this beautiful bag, man. Like, beautiful. Look at that. You see that? Beautiful. Nicely put together with the tribes on there. You see that? And it's nice and thick. Okay? It's nice and thick. I like that, man. It reminds me of Louisiana. So, if you're a soldier, you know what I mean? And let me tell you, y'all don't know the Gentiles love our church. The Gentiles love us in this church. We are not a racist people. Just because we got the truth in Christ, it shouldn't make you to hate other nations. All nations have good and evil in them. Okay? We do understand that the empire is ruled. This empire is now ruled by other nations like the Edomites or the white people, but there's still some good, righteous brothers and sisters in there, and they love us. They love us unto the death. I have this beautiful photo, right, from these beautiful people, okay? Sister Emily, who used to reside in Houston, and I know she misses us, but I think she had to go back up there to Indiana. I could be wrong. I don't remember exactly where she is. It says extraordinary, legendary, daring, extremely rare, absolutely honorable, righteously awesome, youthful, always heaven bound, glorifying a higher, bright with an aggressive rigor. That is Elder Ariaga Bar. Her and her beautiful mom. Let me tell you, boy, I love them. Let me tell you, even though the sister, she was having pain and all that sometimes, she makes sure no matter where I'm at, she gonna come get her hug from Elder REI. If you see Sister Emily, she like, listen, she coming through like a running back. Indianapolis, there we go. She coming through like a running back to make sure she get a hug from Elder Ariaga Bar. Period. And every trip they going on, they gonna make sure they got their cat with them. They are some loving people. Loving people. What else I got here? Let me get it. I got some other stuff here. I can't show it all. Yeah, Bishop Amat's father, right, and his wife blessed us with some beautiful freeze-dried seasonings, parsley, all types of stuff. Obviously, they blessed me with that smell good. They got some smell good all in the bag. I mean, it smells so good. You know what I mean? It's all type of stuff. Freeze-dried Scotch bonnets. And I like that flavor. Freeze-dried all-purpose seasoning, garlic, everything in here. Red onion powder. They got it going on. Look at our people, man. Freeze-dried garlic powder. Listen. Hey. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate everyone out there. I really appreciate everyone. I tried to make sure that I tried to make sure I could say hi to everyone possible. And like I said, we couldn't have done it without you guys. And man, it was so beautiful. Obviously, all the elders came on the show last week to show you you understand the love, the appreciation, and the experience last week about the Passover, man. So let me tell you, every year you don't want to miss it. We had the West Coast in the house, East Coast, South, up north. Okay. Let me tell you, the best Passover that I've ever been to, straight up. And the impact was powerful. To be back in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where our people once knew where they were before, at Black Wall Street. Okay? Beautiful. A what? A huge elder hurt my shoulder. I don't know what he's saying there. Beetroot is a good vendor from the Philly body. Man, all of them is good. All of them is good. I passed around and I seen all the beautiful things. And my brother, how could I forget my brother from out there in the Carolinas? He gave me, I don't even have it today. I'm going to have to show it on the show. He gave me a, Shalom, brother Julian Davis. He gave me a lion picture. He says, this is specifically for you because you a lion. And the picture is like, I'm going to tell you, the picture is probably about the size of a bed. The picture is probably about the size of a bed. It's so huge. And he wanted to mail it to me, but it was too expensive. It's a beautiful picture. And I can't wait to show it. I mean, I had to have the popcorn man, brother Lorenzo from Houston. He brought it back for me, but the picture was huge. It fits. You have to lay the seats down in the back of an SUV just to fit it in there. Beautiful picture. So my brother out there, I appreciate you. I'm going to show it next time I have it because I have to go pick it up from his house, being that it wouldn't fit in my truck with my children riding in there. So once again, I appreciate all the lovely gifts, the hugs, the pictures, the greetings, and you know what I really am grateful for? Starting this work and being so impactful. The Christ in me being able to be, the popcorn man is amazing. Yeah, Crazy Corn. I don't know if y'all know about Crazy Corn. Crazy Corn, let me tell you. I might have to bring Crazy Corn on the show one day. You know what I mean? That popcorn is serious. Okay? But yeah, when I used to read about the gospel of Christ when I was in my 20s, all the beautiful miracles and impactful work that Christ did, I mean, they couldn't all be even held in the book. What's the website for the popcorn? Brother Lorenzo, if you watching, you could put your website in there. I think it's I don't want to be wrong. Let me see. Crazy Corn. Let me see. If you in Houston, you know. I got the Instagram, so yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I don't remember the website. I don't remember the website. I don't know if he has a website or Instagram. I don't want to be wrong, so but I'll get it, and if I can't get it today or somebody can't type it in today, then we will put it on their next show. But yeah, so when I went to the Passover, man, and I was going through the vending, I mean, so many people told me, man, you remember you told me to take this and do this and do this and do that. And, you know, for me, I'm just telling the people what I know. And, you know, through my experience. But the way that the people bring it is like a lifesaver, like a miracle. And when I heard so many testimonies, I said, boy, this is why we started this work. This is why we started this work, to show forth Christ. Christ told us when he told the disciples, go out, heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, make the blind be able to see. Okay, spiritually and physically on all levels, right? Trample over these serpents or seraphims or fallen ones that try to get in your way, right? So this, let me tell you, this is why we do this. We don't do it for any other reason. We don't do it for any other reason but restoring our people for Christ, gathering his people, being a servant to them, and shepherding them, feeding them good pasture. Feeding them good pasture. Right? So, anyway, also make sure you guys get in this Hebrew and Bible Academy. Okay? I know Elder said he was going to go into a few things on there, but outside of that, just the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to stay up to date in these times that you are not going to get anywhere else. I'm confident you're not going to get it anywhere else on earth. And the reason I'm saying that too, I remember at one point when social media first began to become famous, you would be able to go to it for the news. Now, people are just doing things for views. Yeah. So people are sending me things sometimes, and I now have to fact check it, which we should always do anyway, because you don't know if it's artificial intelligence, AI, or someone just trying to get some views. You never know anymore. You just never know anymore. So you have people so desperate for views these days. I'm going to tell you. The STD and disease, sexual disease thing down here in Houston is very prevalent right now. And some people are putting that they have this stuff just to get views, but even though they don't have it, when you actually go to their page, you will see that they're jokesters or comedians, but they're doing that now with no shame to get views. And then you'll have other people who just sees the surface of that post. They will take that post, redo the post as if this person actually went somewhere and got this stuff, spreading it around through the net or the web, World Wide Web, as if it's actual news. So we have to be very careful. Like I said, I'm not saying there's not news on there anymore, but everything is about, it's kind of like it's turning into what the news channels used to be. Competing for things, whether they are actually relevant, whether they're true or not, bringing up old things that happened years ago just for views. And I'm not knocking anyone's hustle, but let me tell you, it's time for me to go back to the press TV and watch, that news right there, and just a select few. But that's one thing I do like about the Academy, because I know that Elder Shapat is going to make sure that he has proper resources for news, because you can't rely on the regular news channels anymore. Yeah, clickbait, Mr. Davis. Right? You can't rely on the regular news anymore, or a lot of these young social media, so-called news anchors. That's what they think they are, but they're just trying to get views. A lot of them will see something and just run with it, whether it be AI or anything else. So go to the Academy, and all you have to do is go to historytimes.org, okay, to enroll. All right. Let me pull it up for you here if you don't mind. So here we have right in front of you, historytimes.org. For those of you who don't know and have never been on this show, or you're new to this show, if you go to historytimes.org, you can actually enroll here to get your spot, okay, in this Hebrew and Bible Academy, where you're going to learn Hebrew. You're going to see the news that I'm talking about, world news that's actually accurate, okay? That's actually accurate, and that's actually relevant to what's going on in biblical prophecy today. Very, very important that we're not just taking anything, you understand, and just running with it. Because you'll have someone just putting something out there, pushing fear, but the article or the right, the vlog that they're doing, it's not actually true. Okay, so this Hebrew and Bible Academy, obviously, it starts on March 29th. All right, so and this theme is going to be uncovering the past, the Bible's history and chronology. All right, let me go over some of the lessons really quick, just in case you haven't heard about it. The fall and rise of Israel. Okay, you can actually come here to be able to listen comfortably without our page on YouTube getting shadow banned just for speaking things that are in the Bible according to Scripture. Okay, you have the lost books of the Bible. If you were one of these people who all your life wanted to learn the Bible, it's a very short space in time, guys, and this is the perfect place to get you caught up. Okay, I'm just telling you the truth. The lost books of the Bible. A historical background of the Gospels. The secrets of the times. If you truly want to know what time we're in, what's going on, what happened in the past, transitioning to where we are now and where we're going, you want to see that lesson. One of the most powerful lessons that you will see in the world in our lifetime. And I am not just saying that for marketing. Let me tell you, if you knew what was going on and what time we were in, and this is what the Christians say because they lack knowledge, and nothing against them. Some Christians will say, well, no man knows the day or the hour. Of course. But he did give us, Shalom, Elder Dale, thank you for that, sir. He did give us the times in the book of Jubilees and things like that he gave to Moses for signs, seasons to follow. Okay? If you would understand how these things work, and I'm going to give you an example. It's a 364-day calendar, not 365, even though we have to go by that today under this modern day empire. If you understood where we are, your mind will be totally boggled. You will be, let me tell you, it's very, very interesting. It will keep your face glued. It will bring in so many questions, not questions of doubt. You're going to start to question the things that you've been following, okay? Then you have Noah to Moses to Christ. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of people don't know that was 35 Jubilees from Noah. Another 30, Noah to Moses, another 35 Jubilees from Moses to Christ, and then it will be another 35 Jubilees, you understand, to the end. But they'll go into the details there in case I'm misinterpreting or misquoting. But yeah, the Most High was very specific, because I don't have my notes in front of me. He was very specific in what he did. So we are right on time where we're supposed to be. Okay? So once again, they will be showing you world news, all of these beautiful lessons, and also the cherry on top is the Hebrew that you will learn. Conversational Hebrew words, understanding the ancient Hebrew language, okay? It's on Sundays from 9 a.m. Eastern to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? Via a private Ustream link that is for you and your studies, for you, not to be shared with other people. This is your course, and it's only $50 a month for 3 months. It supports the work of the church, and for such a cheap price, you get caught up instead of having to go through the treasure chest of all of our beautiful lessons that we have on A Gathering 144, and you get totally caught up. Now, a lot of these lessons are not on there because when we used to put all of these lessons out there, what happens is all of these new scoffers who claim that they are against the work of Christ will use our works, right, and just separate the sheep and the flock. But they claim that, we don't know what we're talking about, but yet these people will watch our channel all right, feed off of us to feed into whatever they're dealing with. So you can't cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under feet. Okay? So if you ask, well, why would you charge? Well, we charge because the support of the work. Also, it takes a lot of work to do this. I mean, money to do this, to be able to have the platform and to just take care of the whole situation of putting it together. All right. So, yeah, our people, one day we're going to realize nothing in this world was built for free. That just, you know what I mean? It takes resource. This shirt right here, it wasn't built by just a thought. You have to buy machines that cost money. You have to put in time. You have to put in thought, energy. You sell yours for this. Well, guess what? Everything can be mass produced when we're the small fries. Okay, we're not the elites. All right, so we appreciate all the support from those who continue to support the church. But I did want to go into that so you do not miss that. It does start Sunday, March 29th. So get in ASAP and let's get it in. historytimes.org. Now today, we wanted to talk about all of the things going on in prophecy as much as possible and the things that are going on right now and present. So we go to Passover, right? Right on time. Even before Passover, guys, let me show you how important the time was. My chickens were not laying all winter. And as soon as the new year happened, I think it was February 28th, right? My chickens laid eggs. Right on New Year. All of the signs always show every year. I remember being overseas in Europe, 100+ degree heat in Europe on my windowsill. And out of nowhere, around the Passover, it starts hailing big hailstones out of nowhere. The Most High was constantly showing us, you guys are following the right calendar. Not to just say not to just for us to go around and say we're right and people are wrong, but and that we're right about everything, but the Most High was showing us, you got this one right here. I was overseas in Egypt. It was, and guess what? I'll tell this story another time, but it happened around Passover again, where I was overseas, going through a lot of stress, and Gocc had gave me a testimony about something. Very angelic. He can tell it to you on his own. Very angelic testimony, because we do encounter angels, of why I'm saying this. The next week, around the same time, I had a flat tire, and the whole deal is I would go to the gym sometimes 3 a.m. to work off some steam or some stress or whatever. And it was wild dogs coming out there, excuse me, and things like that, right? And, I'm like, man, them dogs in Egypt, they can get a little bit brutal. I mean, they really try to attack you. They're wild. So I'm trying to hurry up and change this flat tire because it was a massive flood that happened in Egypt. And it was so bad. It was so bad to where I had to kind of like turn away to not go into those floody waters for my car to just be totally destroyed. And I'm trying to change the tire, and I'm pretty strong. I'm pretty, people who know, they know. I don't like to say things just like, I'm just somebody special. But, I mean, I put in enough work to know that I'm pretty much in a certain class when it comes to strength. But I could not take the bolt off the tire. And this guy comes along out of nowhere at like 3 a.m. when these dogs are like coming trying to attack. It's flooding everywhere. The malls for the first time since we've lived in Egypt for like 8 years, the malls had water coming through the glass in the malls. Totally biblical type of rain there. And the guy is like normal. He's like an Arab. He don't really have no muscles like that. You can tell he wouldn't be able to outdo no push-ups on me or whatever the case may be. And it's just the reality of it. So I didn't want to break off the, the nut or whatever in the bolt off of the tire. So he comes, he said, man, you need some help? And I said, yeah, man, it's all good. Like, it's whatever. And, I had to change that tire because the tire ended up busting. What happened was he, what did he say here? He said, yeah, let me take it from here. So as soon as he gets on it, it was so easy for him to do. So easy. He just took it off very easy. And I'm sitting there like, I used to take off tires for a living. That was my job. So it's not like I was a novice. Changing a tire is something I learned very young. I used to do it for years. I used to take off diesel truck tires. I used to, use the, the tool to untorque them and all that, right? So he took it off very easy to where it was very shocking. And I'm like, yo, something's not right about this. But I'm like, okay, it's a little interesting. We're talking, getting familiar, asking me how long I've been there. I'm talking to him. And I'm gonna get to where I'm going here. Follow me. He puts the tire on very easy, and cause I'm asking him, I'm like, man, do you need any help? He done it so easy. Don't look like he worked out a day in his life. And the whole deal is, after we got done talking, I've been in Egypt 8 years, guys. I had people come up to me and say, hey, who is your father? We know who your fathers are. Like, basically saying that we're the Jews. That happened to me like 3 times within 8 years. We had people calling us Yehudi, right? Judah, all this time in the streets for years. That was just a normal thing. But never had I heard someone say, we were done talking. I said, all right, my brother, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for helping me with this. He says, well, I guess I'll see you in the kingdom of heaven. And they don't even talk like that there at all. It's not something they even say there. Now, mind you, this is a week after Gocc tells me his story and his encounter. But I'll let him tell you one day if he wants to. That's if he wants to. His encounter. No one says that. Let me tell you, I even speak the Arabic a little bit, right? So, he says, I will see you. He said, I guess I'll see you in the kingdom of heaven, just like that. And I'm just like, so now I'm looking at the tire and how easy he did it, how he comes out of nowhere, and how he ends the statement with such thing. And I've been there 8 years. Not one person have ever spoke anything like that. I had to call Gocc because I'm like, yo, you remember your situation you told me about? I'm like, man, I think I had the same type of situation here, brother. It ain't making sense. Every time I went in the gym, I'm running people out the gym. Me and Gocc, when we lift weights, we running people out the gym. So it's just like, it didn't really make no sense to me, but it did. It was at same time around this Passover time. So I said, you know what? The Most High is constantly showing us that our calendar is correct year to year. This year, right, you see on our new year, bombs and war happening overseas in Iran. Biblical prophecy. So once again, he's showing us again. He shows us on trumpets. He shows us on first fruit every holy day. And then, right, check this out. And then their little holidays are now so close to our holy days, right? And let me tell you, I don't know if y'all paid attention to when Nipsey Hussle died. They tried to use this dude as if he was some type of Christ or some type of Messiah. Let me tell y'all, this is when I knew they knew our calendar. If you go back and do the research, when he passed, they tried to make him all of that whole event was around our time of the Passover. Even when Christ rose from the dead. Exactly. I was paying attention to it all. Go back and do the research. You'll find it out. They did it on our Passover time, and they tried to make this dude seem like he was some type of Messiah. It was on our time, exactly. So let me tell y'all guys, the Most High is working with this church, and the elites are watching us very close. But the Most High has the Holy Spirit on us. Yes, we will be tried as a church. There was a lot of trials in all of our lives. And yeah, and he was 33 years old. There you go. Exactly. There you go. A lot of trials in all of our lives in the church, being tried, just like Christ went through. He said these things were going to happen to those who followed him. But guess what? Are you going to be distracted by Satan's distractions? Or are you going to be tuned in consistently to God's prophecies? We're going to talk about it tonight. Right? So I want to show a few links tonight. I have a few links here and show you all of the crazy things that have been going on. But first, let's go into 2nd Baruch as a reminder. Now, I'm reading it from a site called Urantipedia. I just pulled it up really quick because I was in a rush. And you can follow along here. Okay? And he answered and said unto me, this is we have a 2nd Baruch here. I think it's chapter 27, and we're at verse 1. And he answered and said unto me, into 12 parts is that time divided, and each one of them is reserved for that which is appointed for it. In the first part there shall be beginnings of commotions. In the second part there shall be slayings of the great ones. Okay? Many people shall die, important people. All right? And in the third part of the fall of many by death, we've seen that in 2020 and beyond. And in the fourth part, the sending of the sword. Okay? And in the fifth part, famine and withholding of rain. We are starting to see that even more. I have a creek here that have never been so dry. Like the last 2 years has been more dry. Now we know artificial intelligence is coming to Texas, soaking up a lot of the water. So the ground tables, where the water is and all that, guys, it's getting ready to get real. So we need to pay attention to all types of ways to do things, okay? Getting water from the moisture and the dew. They have all these types of machines, or you can do it yourself. They collect whatever rainwater you can get now, okay? And this is if you're on land and things like this, right? But if not, saving water, because water is going to be just like gold coming. So let's continue. We're at number 7, verse 7. And in the 6th part, earthquakes and terrors. They had an earthquake in Louisiana recently. I forget the size of it, but it was pretty big. I think it was like a 5 point something. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right? And that's not the only place. Of course, there's earthquakes all over the earth. And allegedly they're using some type of HAARP, HARP weapon, right? So you also have wanting, meaning people will be lacking things. People will be lacking things. Do you see the gas prices going up because the Strait of Hormuz is closed? But this was all, if you've been paying attention to our lessons, planned. If you watch our main channel, A Gathering 144, or sometimes Elder Amar comes on Friday night Sabbaths on GOCC Media talking about the fall of Babylon. And sometimes Elder comes on Patreon on A Gathering 144. So make sure you subscribe to A Gathering 144. get those followers up so we can get this information out to as many people as possible. Okay? So wanting. And in the 8th part, a multitude of specters and attacks of the Shadim. Remember when Noah, if you read the extra biblical text and you've been following our church, we have told you that in the extra biblical text that Noah had to pray to the Most High to try to get some of these demons away from his son. It's been very prevalent, again, with the attacks. It's so many different types of little Job events, little prophetic events, little events like Christ when you read in the scriptures. All the things we read about, we're going through those little events now as a body. And sometimes you're looking at these things like you can't make this up. You can do everything right now, and it's still little things can be happening. But these are the tests and the trials that Christ said you must endure to the end. I'm going to give you an example here. I leave, everything is correct on my land, and I have a neighbor that, we don't have any beef, but we're not really close like that. And it's like the devil wants to try to cause some type of issue with that. You see what I'm saying? And it's not a real issue, but the whole deal is my cows were in perfect, I had everything ready to go. Automatic water, timer, everything perfect for them. Barbed wire fixed. They call us when we're in Oklahoma, your cows are on our land. And I'm just like, these guys go straight through the barbed wire, guys. Trust me. You can have it perfectly fine. They will go through it if they want to. Not only, I called my stepson. I said, hey, son, can you run over there, get some feed, and bring them back home if possible? Because he couldn't go or whatever to the Passover this time. So the whole deal is he did that. And he puts them inside of the cattle pen that I built. The next day after that, and he closed the gate with the chain and everything, they said the cows were on their land again. And I was like, okay. No. Yeah, they were on their land again. But not only were they on their land, I think it was, no. So the first time it was my cows, not only just my cows, it was my other neighbor's cows on the whole backside. My cows and her cows were on the neighbor's land. So I'm like, this devil is trying to frustrate my neighbor to make us have some issue. So, yeah, like I said, my son dealt with that. The next day, my other neighbor calls me on the other side after my son had already put them inside of the pen. They say, hey, your cows are on the main street. How? How is this possible? Is the devil going to open the gate or something? So I looked when I got back. Okay, so the gate was broken. Of course, they was missing us, but it's deeper than that. Trust me when I'm saying. All of my cows was on the main street. My neighbor ends up getting them back for us. And I said, thank you so much. I get back. Me and Deacon Alam, we get them back where they're supposed to be on our land. The other day, Deacon Alam is going to work. He says, hey, man, the neighbor's cows are on the other neighbor's land now. And you're talking about a big beef master. This cow got to be like 1,000+ pounds. This thing is huge. They're always keeping their gate closed. And they're always keeping their gate closed. So we're like, how is this possible that they got out? And this guy is too big to fit through some barbed wire. He will break the whole fence down. He's sitting on the same neighbor's land that we're not really that close. So the whole deal is, let me tell you why I'm saying this. They're going to think every time they see a cow that it's my cow. That's what they think. So I go over there and I call my neighbor, my other neighbor, hey, your bull, your investment. This guy is the size of an SUV, by the way. He's 4 times the size of my bull. I go over there. 4 of his cows are over there on the neighbor's land, that because she has like her driving gate is open. So I get them off, and I'm going to show that video on Lions Homestead, and I'm going to show it on GOCC Media. I get them off, and I said, boy, look at this devil. He just doesn't want to stop. But I'm going to stay calm, and I'm going to just focus on solving the problem, fixing the issue, and keep enduring to the end. Okay? So I'm just telling y'all, it's so many attacks of these things going on, and it's going to get worse. This is just the beginning of it. You guys are going to have to endure to the end. You think that just because you see something on the surface that the life of people is totally good and easy. People go through things in life, guys, and some people are just good problem solvers and just good at focusing on positivity and enduring. You know, you can think when you see somebody that is all good. Let me tell you, it is all good, but these people have gained experience and patience to learn how to endure with no bad words, no frustration, no yelling. You don't hear me yell when I'm like, oh, they're out again. I'm chilling. I don't yell. I listen. I just go handle business. I'm not really, believe it or not, because I have to teach this show, I talk. Because I have to teach on Sabbaths, I talk. But I am not really a man of many words. I'm a man of more action. I'm known to be a man of more action. That's who I'm known to be. But when I have a job to do, I have to speak. It's not time to be shy. It's time to be bold and stomp down on serpents' necks. Yeah, it's time to put my foot on top of demons. But other than that, I'm really not a man of many words. If it's a problem, I don't really want to talk about it. I just want to go face it and handle it like David did. And these problems are little giants, just like David did fought the giant. Everybody else seem to be on the surface like they can solve the issue, but then you got people who just go handle it. And that's how I like to do things. And I'm saying all of this for you guys to, hey, we have so many tests within tests with the Most High. Let me give you an example. The Most High can put up a leader, for example. But both men have potential, but only to test the leader who's still going to be a leader in the future, but to see how he's going to act when the Most High chose the other leader first, to see how he's going to act. If he's humble, he's still going to be a leader. If he's not humble, he gets cast down. And then you have the one who's a leader, sees if he's going to be selfish, arrogant over the brother who's not exalted. It's so many tests within tests. And we have to be very careful going forth in this walk and in life of how we move. It's always test within test. You may see somebody have something that you were working for all your life, and it's like, that's supposed to be mine, or whatever the case may be. Everybody has their time for things. It's upon the Most High's will and the Most High's time to open that door for each person. The Most High knows who deserves what according to him. And maybe you had a certain thing you were supposed to do on the earth at a certain time. So let us not forget these things, okay? Let us continue, though. So we were talking about all of that on verse 9 because there's going to be a multitude, because they're trying to open all types of portals to hell to bring out more of these spirits again. And so you're going to continue to see more and more levels of that. And I'm going to show in some of these videos. So in the night part, they have the fall of fire, which we were talking about last year. We've seen all types of fire falling, fires being started, all types of storms and things like that with their new technology. On another level, we seen Monday, where our Lord and Savior, you had that 3 days and 3 nights that he would eventually rise. You seen on that Monday in Dallas a demon flying through the sky. I don't know if you guys seen that fallen angel and that demon just rolling through the sky. See what I'm saying? Yeah, you let me tell you, it's so many things that's happening right now that we must focus on. Instead of 50 Cent going against Dave East, Jim Jones, and Mano, going against Benzino. These things don't matter. Instead of T.I. versus 50 Cents. Old heads dissing each other to keep our people distracted from our kingdom that's coming. Spring break. Offenses. Offenses is a distraction too. Taking people off the path when they were going to get their soul into the kingdom of heaven. Everything they work for is lost if they go off of that road. We have to be careful. Okay? And in the 10th part, much rapine and much oppression. You see ICE going on right now. All of these protests. People feeling like it's not fair. Their souls crying out into heaven. Because they like, no matter what I do, it's not enough. I can't win for losing. They're sending ICE to the airport for the transition of the mark of the beast in military operations, which will eventually be martial law in the United States of America. Now, right now, you see them not really doing anything. They got videos showing that ICE is really just walking around untrained, not really doing anything because they're not trained like TSA. And it's not about Democrat and Republican. Trump is going to say the Democrats are doing this, and then he's going to send ICE to the airports. No, guys. When you see Jerusalem being compassed with armies, then know that the desolation draweth nigh. Meaning, when you see armies being placed around like the TV show Colony in this type of police state, just know that things are getting ready to get deep. Agenda 2030 is coming. We're not talking about this for us to be scared. Our kingdom is the one coming. Our God is the one allowing this. So for us, for the righteous, you can't look at it in the lens of fear. You look at it in preparation like Joseph. There was a famine in Joseph's time. Through his preparation and through his following of his God's commandments, he was able to make it through it. Don't look at this with like some tunnel vision of fear and doom and gloom. That's how Esau wants you to view your coming of your Lord and Savior in your kingdom. You see, people who's out there in the world, they're the ones who are going to be afraid. They're acting so hard and so tough, but really they have no clue of what's going on. And they're going to need people like us if the Most High allows them to still be able to repent in that time. Because judgment is here. You don't notice that mercy is being taken away? Mercy is being taken away now. You don't see when we was out there, we used to be in the world partying around, fornicating, doing all type of crazy stuff. Now you going out there, you getting all type of crazy diseases. And I mean, like, disease was always, you can always be able to get disease. But I mean, like, now, after 2020, you go out there in that world, things are just clinging to you very quickly. It's madness out here all over the place. Hate, depression, violence, crime. It's always been that, but now it's even the worse. I tell brothers and sisters, listen, be careful you go in the city of Houston. See, I don't live in Houston. Neither would I want to live in Houston because I don't think any of us want to live in the inner cities unless we have to. where all of the trouble is. I always rather live on a little bit on the outskirts, 45 minutes to an hour, than living in the middle where all of the so-called action is. Because some young people want to live where the action is, and then the real action comes. Right? And the 11th part, wickedness and unchastity. I'm going to take a quick break here. I'll be right back. Let me play you guys a song really quick. Then we will be right back. Fair use, educational purposes, entertainment purposes only. Fair use.
Look, that second coming like, yeah, that second coming like a calculator. I'm counting on it. Meantime, this a war. Put a dot on the skull of a demon like he got anointed. They twisted scriptures like they double jointed. Homie, we ain't choosers like we got appointed. Homie, now we know we ain't turning it over. Got an alternator. Shouldn't have got it started.
Shouldn't have got it started. I'm the uncle without the liquor, breaking up all the functions. Killing anything that wanna oppose us. Don't need a condolence. We live for these moments. For repentance like a tenant garment. Rented, evicting the sin when the spirit in it. I'm a menace to Satan minions and my temple is tinted. They try to see in but can't comprehend. I got better vision, ophthalmology. Christ is the head, so he's psychologically controlling my mind like he in neurology. I move when he say, so his words embody me. I gotta live it,
make a living, killing little legions, leave them bleeding, living lesser. Vivid visions, whooping demons, grab them, then I choke them, bang, bang, that's my pleasure. Black and shining like some patent leather, boys will sell out faster than retro 11s, trying to warn the masses, reading second measures, blow your mind, need ibuprofen, no accessory. Where I self-examine like a pair of mirrors, fast Panamera 911, like a Tesla automatic steering, father got the angels automatic staring, Abraham stock, bring your brick, that's a blockchain invested, now we profit sharing. My rib dripping A1 sauce, she only child, she don't like to share me. Not on social media, cause sex and pedophilia, the only commentary. Prisoner of Christ, cause I kill my flesh, daily bread, that's the commissary. Solitary in a straight jacket strap, cause I'm hollering out, I'm not black. I ain't God, I just hang around the most high, trying to catch a contact. We passing in, stealing, shooting, going to the hole, and they getting paid for it like the NBA, but they the owners and don't ever gotta see a court for it, get it? NBA passes, stealing, shooting, going to the hole. They serial killers, even poison cereal and like Cheerios, they put a hole in you. You know what I'm saying? The Father sent His Son the first time, cause the whole world had turned their back on the Most High, and Israel had fell off. He came for remission to our sins. Hey, but that second coming line, look, hey, that second coming line.
no, that second coming like the Grinch. He is deep within the night, scratching names above that list. Are you ready though? You clean, know that got to leave a stitch. Are you ready, bro? I mean it when I'm yelling out repent. I done switched up, got clicked up, my spirit richer. I want it painted full like Mitch, but I can't die in setups. I see the tactics Satan use, I bet on 3 in heaven. The most I got, Holy Spirit and Christ like the trifecta. Now I got routine, baptized like a Marine, sunscreen. Never touch my spirit, that's that God gene machine. The way I work for my offspring, caffeine. Know I'm always up to work for my king. Know if you ain't bad, you can't be up in my section. Know we cleaning over here, so we ain't dealing with infection. If we see it, we delete it, cause we needing that protection. That reflection is connecting with our spirit like injections. How he feel is with his word, it's in our blood for direction. Cause he chose us to be holy and we running like elections. We might fall at times, but we get up and work towards perfection. Like a baby in a womb, he knew us before that conception. Now I got it, they can't stop it. I'm at a green light. I detox from this wickedness to fluctuate these parasites. I want my garment whiter than Corium on Edomite. I'm plugged into the kingdom like a terabyte. My light bright, repent, 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 repent. I'm similar to a tenant, the way I leave my garment rented. Repent, 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 repent. I'm similar to a tenant, the way I leave my garment rented. Scream, repent, 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 repent. I'm similar to a tenant, the way I leave my garment rented. And repent, 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 repent. Yeah.
Hey. All right. We are back. Had to take a quick break, like I said. Trying to make it through with this sinus headache. I'm doing pretty better, but you know, Sorry, and I appreciate you guys because I sound a little stuffy, but we're gonna make it through this. I really never get sick at all, so it's just I don't know, man, what's going on, but these boys is putting some crazy stuff out there, man. But listen, it ain't gonna stop the work. It happens from time to time. So let's get back to it, baby. Let's get back to it. And I'm gonna put this out there too. For the people who don't know, like, I'm gonna just say it like this. If you're a follower of Christ, once again, if you're a follower of Christ, you need to understand how to know who you labor among. All Israel is not of Israel, and you have to know them by their fruits. That's it. If it's not the fruits of Christ, don't entertain any. It says abstain from evil in the scriptures. So if I see someone on a social media thing or something like that, and it's like it's not of Christ, that's when I'm like, you know what? I can't deal with that. I'm just gonna boop and leave it be. Especially those of you who know it's all of this negativity trying to go on and keep the focus off of Christ. We're supposed to keep the focus on Christ. Our vision and our lenses on Christ. So you need to be mature, spiritually mature enough to know. Don't be trying to be, like entertaining demons. Because if you entertain demons, they may hop on you. If you crack that door, they may hop in you. So if you want to be nosy, curiosity killed the cat. So that's all I'm saying, all right? What I'm not going to do is in each church tell people which people decide to go another way. It's time for you to be spiritually mature, and if you're on a social media platform, that's your social media platform, your private space. But if you allow people into your platform, that part's on you. And I'm going to tell y'all something, what I've learned, how Lucifer was a musician in heaven, and he took 1/3 of the angels. Let me tell you something. I've always learned that, see, when I came in, I was already, I used to run a record label for many years. Okay. And I did it big in music. So the whole deal is, but when I came in, I didn't feel like I should just jump into straight music because I did it. I felt like I want to make sure I'm saying the right words before I say something for Christ. So I should come in and build a foundation first. Okay. I should build a foundation, be strong, and not just make friends of people because I'm from the street life. So because I rap or do music, that's where I've seen. I'm telling you this for wisdom. Most of the people who comes in and just like are friends because they do music, or they like used to be some thugs and smoke weed or something. The whole deal is these people feel like they have something in common, but that's something worldly that's in common. Let's have Christ in common, because I'm telling you, statistically, I've been around since about 2007, helping to run Texas, before I was baptized in 2009. And statistically, anything that's usually involved with music, like the spirit of Lucifer would want some type of attention or something, and people befriending each other just because of that, without knowing each other's walk and foundation. Like I said, why you guys think I keep telling you? I don't really want to hear a person's music that much unless I get to know them, so I can know that that's the person that's walking that walk of the music I'm listening to. It's not about some type of competition, who's better or worse. We know Israel has talent. That's God-given talent. But what's the most important thing? The walk. The music is the cherry on top. But notice that Lucifer is using that in the world to take down many souls. And he also can do it in many churches. So I think a lot of people, they will think someone's their friend because they like a song. You got to be careful with that. Because you like a song, you can be hypnotized. You know this person will turn into a straight demon, and then it's like the music is like paying the flute for you. And it's going to come a time where you're going to have to be mature spiritually. You're going to have to spiritually mature where someone can't keep telling you the same thing. Like Christ would sometimes get frustrated with the disciples for not knowing certain things that they should know at a certain time, even though he was patient with them. But we're in some different times. That's all I'm saying. So, hey, any negativity, even if I didn't know what's going on before all of this year and all that, I would always say, you know what? I don't know what's going on with that, but it seems like something's going on. So I'm just going to, I'm not on here for that. It's no different than being in the world. If, I don't even want to see, even when I see posts in the world, if it's just crazy stuff, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to really see all that. And you're going to see some of this stuff tonight that I'm going to show of what people is doing in the world and all that. Like, people are so distracted with what's going on with Satan. It's like, yo, the Most High, he's sending his son to come back and save you guys. That's why his son died, even for the sinners. But we're seeming to now have fallen in love with doing these things. And I would always wonder, I wonder what's going to be in the end of the world. Like, are people going to change when they see war and all of these different things? People are getting worse, waxing worse, guys. They're waxing worse. And these same people will have nothing, and they will be the ones to come for what you have, because they weren't saving food. They weren't focusing on reading and praying and fasting and getting along in peace and things like that. So these people will be total demons and all selfishness, thinking that what you have and what you save belong to them, because that's what they're operating in right now. The spirit of the giants. Attack, battling each other, competing, tearing down all over the earth. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. There you go. Joseph mighty, as in the days of Noah. As in the days of Noah. So let's finish this up here. And the 11th part, wickedness and unchastity. That's what we were just talking about with these STDs and stuff. We're going to go into some videos and some articles and some vlogs. And in the 12th part, confusion from the mingling together of all those things aforesaid. So this is important. So if a person would read this and think it's going to happen blow by blow, it would be too easy. The Most High said, hey, he's going to mix it all up. And a person who would not be consistent in their walk, they would actually not know what's really going on in these times. You would have to know that the Most High said he's going to mix all of this stuff up and still pay attention to see that everything have been mixed together like some type of collage and fruit salad or something. Right? Yeah. So the sinners don't know what's going on. If you told them this is going to happen at this time, that's when they're going to try to repent at the end. But when the Most High mixes it up, it's not a true contrite repentance. Okay? So for these parts of that time are reserved and shall be mingled one another and minister to one another. For some shall leave out of their own and receive in its stead from others, and some complete their own and that of others, so that those may not understand who are upon the earth in those days. This is the consummation of time. It's time for this time to be totally consumed. It's finished. This is the finishing of the times that was put on the earth for judgment for the fallen angels. That's what the consummation of times mean. It's ending. It's time for judgment. Okay? So, now I'm going to go ahead and get some of these links. Let's first check out what's going on here in these towns that's like LA, Atlanta, New York, Florida, Miami, the places that like the party towns. I don't know why they wanted me to sign in just to view this, but I need to view this link. Fair use for educational purposes only. This is the Houston Rodeo. these Roman Colosseum activities going on right now. I know you see it. Check this out. All of this violence and stuff happening in the end. We are in the end times. The last Jubilee, guys. Check it out.
Livestock show and rodeo like these are continuing to spread online after fights in the carnival area forced an early closure on Saturday night. Rodeo officials say security and law enforcement responded quickly. They're now busy working to try to prevent something like this from happening again.
KTU11's Jalissa Garza is live outside of NRG Park. We're seeing people online call for stricter rules. What do we know from the rodeo? What are they saying?
Yeah, Jacob, if you scroll through social media, you'll see people calling for more adult supervision of minors and even a dress code. Now, we often hear of incidents like this happen.
There were people saying that women are walking around with pretty much showing their whole backside. Nothing new, right? But there were even black men like, yo, he was like, I've seen so many women with their behind out, not like just on a regular basis. It was worse to where it's like, it's too much. It's too much. Let me tell you, these zombified people out there don't know that judgment is about to hit them because they're being distracted by the rat race. They want to get in front of each other just to show each other who has the best shoes, who has the best car, who has the best materials, who has the best body sexually. These are all demonic, worldly type of mindsets. You get together with a bunch of people, you want to see some type of action. There's nothing to see but a bunch of people who you're going to, since when a bunch of strangers are just happy being in a crowd together? And you're just hoping to find somebody you can go home and fornicate with. This is what life is about here in the world. Somebody said the cottage cheese crew. Oh my goodness. Y'all are something else. Lord have mercy.
Of these fights on social media. Video from Saturday night at the rodeo carnival area have now been viewed thousands of times online, showing.
Who do you mostly see? Judah. The kingdom is coming for Judah. The word is all over the earth right now for Judah. Everything is happening for Judah. And this is what he's doing. African countries taking the bag from Donald Trump in America to put in vaccines and all types of, you understand, unhealthy medicines out there. Now, I respect Zimbabwe because Zimbabwe didn't take that bag. But that dude, who was that guy out there, that leader who you guys were talking about, like he was going to be some type of savior in Africa. He took the bag from Trump. He took that bag to bring this medical military operation to Africa. Yeah. Yeah, the guy who y'all thought was going to be some type of savior in Africa. All of these African countries are taking the bag to medicate their people into what we know have not been helping our people all this time. FASO, there you go. Yeah, It's a few African countries I salute because they're not taking the bag, the Judas bag. So over in Africa, they're taking the Judas bag. And then over here, our brothers and sisters are still doing the same thing that we claim the white man is so-called doing to us. Look, this is us.
Fights breaking out in the middle of a crowd and people moving away from the area as police enter.
They don't know they have hidden police in those crowds waiting for our people to mess up. Guys, don't you know, like after slavery, once you go to prison, they can put those same restraints back on you? Yeah. Facts. That's why they do those things. Why you go right back out there on the field and start picking cotton on these fields and corn and all that. Facts. And then later you want to tell the people, yeah, they doing this and doing that to me. when we have the
responded.
responsibility.
Now, one man who recorded video of the chaos says the situation escalated quickly.
This looks like Clone Tyrone. We can't go in a crowd. We can't go in a crowd and have peace unless we're trying to do something holy. And I'm not blaming our people, but I mean, the facts are the facts. The obvious is the obvious. You have to call a spade a spade.
I seen the dude throw the punch, and then after that,
Oh, brother, it don't even matter. You shouldn't be, let me tell you, you shouldn't be out there in these big crowds. It's just what it is.
Organizers say law enforcement and on-site security responded immediately. They add they're working with.
I'm sorry. We shouldn't be out there with these big, huge crowds. I'm sorry. If it's nowhere that you know is going to be some type of peace, you shouldn't be out there. You know that they stealing children. Anything can happen. Let me tell you, we in some different times. I remember when we was young, we can go to the mall, chill. We'd be good. Try that stuff nowadays if you want to. Young men can't fight no more. They pulling out all of these different firearms and all that because it's women raising them like cowards and very emotional. And once again, I'm not saying this to say it's anyone's fault. I'm stating the obvious. I'm only stating the obvious.
Monitoring social media and deploying additional officers as needed. And despite what happened, large crowds were back out here Sunday for Gocc Day. Now, rodeo officials say they hold daily meetings with law enforcement during.
Now look at the other tribes and look at the other nations. Ain't no fighting going on. When we're there, it's some fighting because we feel like we have to prove that I'm that dude. I'm better than him. Who he think he is, who she thinks she is. Oh, she's looking at me like this or whatever. We need to go home and say, man, I whooped that dude, man. I mean, if we would spend more time raising our children correctly, working on bettering our lives, being thankful for what we have like the old days, appreciating the food, shelter, and raiment and the family we have, we wouldn't really be so concerned with what someone else has or what they're doing. And if someone is doing good, we would continue to encourage them, pray for them, and say, hey, man, God's blessing you. I wish I can get that type of blessing. How do I do that? And maybe that person will give you a little game. Look, Esau and Issachar walking around peace. Not that these people don't have drama, but I'm telling you, boy, you know they're going to have that camera on us either way. So we shouldn't make it easy for them.
And are continuing to review what happened Saturday night.
Distractions. Satan's distractions. That's not it. That's not it. We're not done yet. Let me see here. Fair use. Since all of these people are coming down here in spring break, I wanted to have a link for that too. I think I did. One moment. One moment. I'm trying to find the other one. Spring break here. But I mean, really, I can show this one because it's the same stuff going on. You talking about 2 million people came down to Houston, and Florida was the same. It was the same stuff going on. Check it out. This is Florida right here. So this is what Florida and Houston has going on. Levi, Judah, and Benjamin. This is what they got popping off.
Lord,
Clone Tyrone.
Lord.
I tell you, if we could only come together and fight together as a nation against evil this way, we will be okay. And this is why the nations don't need to do anything. They only need to attack us mentally now. Financially, economically, mentally. All they need to do is close us in, just like 70 AD, when you're reading the book of Josephus, the great black historian Josephus. They just need to put a trench around us, put gates, military gate around us, leave us in here, and we will be starved out and kill each other off. And then, then you get a church to try to bring peace, happiness for family in the church, and we still want to do it there. This is not, Christ said, blessed are the peacemakers, not the beef makers. My goodness. And if you die in sin like this, guys, you're going to the fire. The Most High don't want to hear about your excuses. Abstain from all appearance of evil. If you know it's going to be drama, or if you see it, if you was going and you thought it was going to be peace, you see it, you move around. Father, have mercy.
Lord. Let me move.
I'm going to turn it down. It's just too much. Man, guys. Oh, boy. Yeah. So this is what's going on in Houston and Florida and wherever else for spring break. While they're doing spring break, we're doing the Passover. Huh? We're doing the Passover in peace. Let me show you really quick. I need to show this. The reason I want to show this really quick for a reason. To show you how black people say black people can't come together in peace. Yes, they can. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you on. Let me show you that it's possible. I'm going to go to our channel, and I'm going to show you us celebrating in peace with thousands of people. Let me see. I'm going to show you. Black people can come together. The children of Jacob and Israel can come together. Those who Moses led out of ancient Egypt are coming together in peace. When we come together in the crowd, it's peace. Do you think Christ will come back to save people who are fighting in the streets, or people who are showing that they can become better than their old selves? Look at this. Look at this piece.
Long ago in a foreign land, a higher heard his children cry.
Look at this. Look at that. Look at all those people. Thousands upon thousands of people. Huh? Right? And that's not it. Hold up. I need to get it even better than that. I need to get it even better than that. Let's see, can I get it? One moment. I need to see where they panned it. And it's showing all of the congregation of the people. Hold up, let me see. See, can I find it? Give me one moment. I want you to see this. I know you guys seen it, but the world needs to see this. While they think we're just talking down on our people, no, it can be done. It can be done. I'm gonna go to Born of Levi's page. Video he shot, cause he probably got it on there. Yeah, let's go to his. You got the vending, thousands of black people together, just like Black Wall Street was in peace. You got the elders, the leaders, all together, the families. Look at all the smiles. There's no fighting. It's business going on. Look at that. You don't see nobody fighting here. Look at all these people. You got the play. You got a play going on. You got the beautiful choir. Look at all these beautiful people. Look at all of those people in there. Yeah. Let me show it from this side. Hold up. Look at that. Look at that. You don't see no fighting? You see hugs and let me tell you, Hispanics and black people, we do get along. Look at all of that love. Hugs. You see that? I wish they would promote this on the news. Wow, black people are actually coming together. Husbands and wives, children, the elders. Look at all that. You got the Native Indians there. Look at that. Representing. I'm going to tell you right now. Look at that. Clean and all white and holiness. Not drunk. Look, yeah, see? They look, they want you to not like white people. He was there with with all shades, all colors or whatever. Look at families. Look at that. You see what I'm talking about? They don't want to show this side of us, people. They don't want to show this side of us. They don't. Look at that. Peace. Blessed are the peacemakers. Blessed are the peacemakers. So you let me tell you. You got that, and then you got this. This is what they want us to show. Clone Tyrone. This is what they want to show us as. This is the view they want of us. So when we travel, that's the version they want, and why people used to come up to us thinking that they can just sleep with our women and just that our women are a certain way, because that's all America shows. So when if we do travel out of America, they will look at us just one way. And that's not right. Every nation has good and evil. Upper class, lower class. See? And we would have to tell them when we're going that all those people don't represent us. I will stand boldly and say, nah, those people don't represent us. My sister is not what you think she is. You're not, and guess what? Even if she's not all there, you're not gonna treat her like that. Right? But check this out here, man. Sadly, when people do want to stay in the world and get distracted, they forgot that when you lay down with someone after 2020, certain people who put poisons in their bodies, that they can actually get these diseases here. It's already been said by whistleblowers and plenty of doctors. No need to debate about it.
STD rate has been from 2025 to 2026, in case you decided to go out there and hunch. Yeah, this real. I just thought somebody was calling me. Okay, syphilis has surged all the way up to 79% in the year 2025, leading into 2026. HIV has surged and increased in 17%. Gonorrhea, chlamydia has surged 32%. And the ages are from 15 to 24 years old with that. All the hot spots, where they're saying like the main sources of these STDs are coming from: Montrose, downtown, OST, South Union. In honor of spring break and all y'all going to Houston, I'm going to tell y'all OST, South Union area. The demographic is Black people, Hispanics, whites, ranging from the ages 15 to 35. Yeah, so if you went to Houston for spring break, I hope you didn't hunch nobody out there. Thank you. Have a good day. Be safe. Have fun.
It's at an all-time high, folks. I try to tell the brothers in Houston too. I'm like, listen, I don't care where you at actually, but let me tell you, a lot of our people didn't put this so-called stuff in them, but then it's a certain amount that did. And if you didn't, and certain people did, and you still laying down with them, you still getting, you still dealing with certain things. And like I told people, if they think I'm joking, I have people who I know personally who said that children come out different. That's all I'm going to say. For sure. Like, not a maybe, not an accident. That's why I tell brothers, hey, I'm not against anybody who didn't know or whatever. Do what, I get it. And I understand that people are trying to detox their bodies and do whatever they need to do. I understand. But what I'm saying is, it's not fair, in my opinion, that, a man just who's not dealing with that, because let me tell you, it's situations out there where a man is getting together with women and women are getting together with men, and the baby just coming out mutated. I'm telling you facts. I'm not making this up. And when I say mutated, like, it's so many things out there online. Like, this is a true story. You have to be very careful. Not only is babies coming out a certain way, but people are getting things because Most High is taking His mercy and grace away. This is a time where the Most High is allowing you to operate in the hour of temptation. So don't come back to us talking about you got this and you got that. Man, you better ask for some medical records, man. And it's all due respect. Before we come together, I would like to see, medical records. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in a different time. People can lie to you and say, hey, I ain't did this and did that, and they did and took the mark of the beast. You must know who you label among. That's why it's like, hey, if you got good brothers and sisters in the body and you're trying to pass that up and trying to just put the truth on somebody, I get it and all of that. I understand. But I'm telling people just to be careful, man. I can't go around holding people's hands. Neither can the elders. But I'm going to tell you, you can make a baby with who you want to make it with. But I'm going to tell you right now, we follow Christ. And it says, don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. You go deal with somebody out there in the world, and then now you want to get married to a brother or sister in the truth. But then you're like, you have something you dealing with, and you give it to this brother or sister. That's not right. That's not right. So for me, if I was single, I personally would ask, with all due respect, even if a person get offended, they can get offended all they want to. I would need to see a medical record. Did you take this? I think that's fair for me to know of what I'm investing in. Being that I know and what I've seen is happening to people and children, and Houston being one of the number one places going through this. You can dibble and dabble if you want to, but the Most High gonna give you what you're asking for. He gonna give you what you're asking for and what you ain't looking for, even though you're looking for it. If that makes sense. Keep on. Hey, and I got brothers out there, man, I want to get married, but don't want to be responsible and do what they want to do, but then they want to dibble and dabble. They go get something and they want to bring it to a righteous sister. Nah, brother. We need to see a medical records, Ock. You know what I mean? Like, be careful, man. Excuse me. So, Hey, people is falling for these distractions of entertainment and all this crazy stuff out here, while the world is going to hell in a handbasket. Now you have an excuse, whether it's crisis actors at the airports or it's real situations, because demons are just running rampant all over the place, where now they have an excuse to put military and stuff at these airports. On top of that, they have actors coming out saying, well, if you want to make it more convenient, you can go through and get the I forget, the no contact pass or something. So they're already trying to really do this so they can bring in electric cars. They got gas going up for electric cars. They want to make it inconvenient so that you can get things that transition us to the mark of the beast that are convenient. So that's another reason why a lot of this is going on with this war and all that. But the Most High is going to turn it in a certain way for his people. Check it out. Fair use for educational purposes only.
No, we will destroy you. I'll show you don't fuck with you.
Excuse that language. She's just going way off demonically. She's just losing it. Look at this sister. These are demons, guys. Just totally losing it, as if she can stand on the front line in some type of war or something. See that?
Are you recording me? She recording me. She recording me. You recording me. Your bitch ass over there. You got hurt, you bitch.
Woo. Yeah, it's too much profanity. But look at these demons, guys. All of this is at these airports where you have your children. I'm going to tell you, we were blessed, man, because I did not know. And I'm gonna make sure I pay attention before I have to fly somewhere, depending on which airport is calm, this and that, because I always try to fly out of the calm airports, because this is not happening at every airport right now. Actually, that's just not true, but it is happening. The airport that I flew out of Houston, I always try to fly out of the calm one, because you have to pay a little extra. And then I flew into a calm one in Oklahoma. Okay. And we had no issues at all. The only thing that was going on was the weather was crazy, because when that death angel went out to kill the firstborn, it was around the same time, right after our Passover, where the wind started acting crazy. So they were canceling flights to Florida, Georgia, all that. And our flight was like an hour late, but we ended up making it home still smooth. Now, I praise the Most High that all of us made it home safely, because it could have went whatever way it was going to go. But I'm very grateful, because I actually could have flew into Tulsa, but I ended up flying into Oklahoma. And I told my wife, I said, man, we're usually on point with this, but the whole deal is I believe the Most High had our attention focused there on purpose, because we had to drive 2 hours from Oklahoma to get to Tulsa. And I believe that the Most High did that on purpose, because we were able to have a peaceful trip. No drama, no craziness going on. It was perfect. So it also showed me how, even though things are going on, the Most High will set a table in the presence of my enemies. Okay, and I'm speaking for all of us. So sometimes we think it's supposed to be one way, but the Most High is guiding us in another way. Okay, so, and the Most High blessed all of the people to get back home safely, in peace, and a lot of experience through the driving, whatever the case may be. So we were blessed. Right? We were blessed. Now, this is something else that's going on in the world right now, that people, they're distracted about entertainment and beef. It's crazy how our people are just so distracted at beef with each other, though. We love beef. We love beef. If you love beef, go and get you a burger. But stay away from things like violence and things like that unless you have to defend yourself for something that's real. Because if you die in sin like this, you're going to hell. You die in the stupidity that we're seeing out here. That's where you're going to go more than likely. It's things where people are losing their homes. It's famines coming, lack of water, lack of truth, lack of peace happening right now. This is what's going on. Let me let Judah tell the news right here.
Isn't anybody talking about the fact that there are parts of Hawaii that's literally underwater right now? If it wasn't for people posting about it, we probably wouldn't even know what's going on.
I'm in Hawaii. Look at this flooding. Dude, this is unreal. It's a freaking hurricane out here.
They're saying that right now, Hawaii is going through the worst flood that it's ever had in the last 20 years. Look at this shit. You have homes that's underwater. You can see cars here that are underwater. It looks like this whole area is underwater and nobody is speaking about it. Mind you, they're saying that this is about to get worse. They're saying that the whole North Shore is flooded. Roads are closed, which means if it's an emergency.
Don't forget Hawaii was under fire and alleged attacks not too long ago that displaced so many people. And once again, here it is. And it just seems to be so on point with this new global world elite agenda of 2030 and these new smart cities, guys.
See,
keep our people in prayer. Now, what's going to come out of this is a lot of people are going to have to be moved and displaced to other areas because the Most High is gathering the elect to the elect as well. So a lot of that's going to come out of it. So you really got to also see the Most High in a lot of this as well. Not that it's something good, but if we can see where things are going and prepare as best as we can and have alternatives in case something happen like this in this area, where else could we be? You know, that's what's going on. Because if you just see Hawaii just keep getting hit, I mean, and if it's probably not all of Hawaii, it's probably certain parts of Hawaii. I don't know. But these people are not going to let you keep these places that they keep hitting. I can tell you that right now.
These people are not even able to get out. They're also saying that the Wahiawa Dam is on the verge of going. This is more than just a state of an emergency. People are in danger of losing their lives. They're saying that this came from a relentless series of Kona low storms. And these storms dropped at least 16 inches of rain on this community. Mind you, this all happened within 24 hours. Rescue teams are having problems rescuing these people. They're pulling people from rooftops.
Don't forget what just happened in other tribal areas like Jamaica. Let me tell you, we guys, we are here. It was Jamaica and it was another tribe that got hit. Right? Around those islands and stuff like that. So while the world is distracted, the children of Israel are going through Jacob's trouble. Right? Going through Jacob's trouble. Let me see here. I want to show this really quick because our sisters need to know that you want to stick by a strong, righteous man in these times. A strong, righteous man. I'm going to go to Isaiah. Isaiah 4. How important it is for a man, a righteous man in this time. Not just any man, obviously. You have Negroes who think carnally about this scripture where we're in a whole time of trouble and war and some dude's thinking about getting some behind somewhere. Who's thinking about that in a time of war? Men who have no honor have no control of their mind and focus on the Most High's will. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. We're at Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take a hold of one man, meaning it shall be so many women because men will die in this war and in all these world events that it's going to be, men are going to be very scarce. So it's going to, as it is even now, be so many women. Just like in Atlanta, it's hard for these women to find a good man, right? So it says, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So women are going to be so afraid and need protection like never before when the world was pushing to be a single woman, single lady. They're just going to even just need a man to protect them and guide them in this time. Right? That's where this thing is coming. That's where this thing is coming. And in that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel, the remnant. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion, and he that remaineth, because the left behind are better than those that be dead, like it says in Ezra. And he that remaineth in Jerusalem, it's not talking about the place Jerusalem, it's talking about our people in general, shall, no matter where we are on the earth, shall be called holy. Why? Because if you're still left behind according to the will of the Most High, you have endured to the end through faith and works. Okay? Even everyone that is written, talking about in the book of life, among the living in Jerusalem. When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, because the people who are going to be remaining shall be humble women. Okay? Who are ready to follow the Most High through men again, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof, meaning by the spirit of judgment. Judgment has to come to clean up the world and to refine our people and to show them you are making it and you are alive because of my grace, and because you have followed the commandments, you have had faith in me, not because you're totally righteous, but you have lived your life daily to cleanse yourself and to stay clean. So don't get caught up in being righteous than the next person. You live it every day and you try to do better every day. Okay? And shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. Okay? And the Lord will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion and upon her assemblies a cloud and smoke by day. Okay? And a shining of flame of fire by night. I want you to pay attention. And the Lord will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion, upon her assemblies, okay, a cloud and a smoke by day and the shining of flame of fire. So no matter where we are, this is what the Most High is going to have for us, those who remain. For upon all the glory shall be a defense, and there shall be a tabernacle for a shadow in the daytime from the heat, and for a place of refuge, and for a covert from storm and from rain, or cover. All right? So when we're gathered together in that wilderness or whatever the case may be, this is what the Most High is going to have for us, all right? But let me see here. 2nd Ezra 16:40. Where it says, O my people, hear my word, make ye ready to thy battle, and even in those evils be as pilgrims upon the earth. Huh? 2nd Ezra 16:73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Okay? 2nd Ezra 16 and 17 through 18. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Well, the righteous are going to know what to do as much as possible because the Most High is going to be their guide. But those who are in the world will not know what to do. So it's our job to continue to endure. Do we need to do because people will look towards righteous men of the Most High. So let's go to Luke 21 and 28 really quick. I just wanted to run through those Ezras real quick. Before we get ready to get out here and open these lines up. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads. Hold up 1 second. Let's go to 25. Let's do that. And there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity. The sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud or a spaceship or a vehicle with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh, or cometh close. So we still have some time and some things to go through. We're going to have to endure to this time, but it's coming. And fighting each other like we seen just now will not get us through it. I'm going to tell you that right now. It is not going to get us through it. Talking about I want to be a single woman. When I bring these things out, because you have some people who always think negative. Christ came to heal the sick. A physician is for those who are sick. If the shoe fits, just wear it. Okay, that's all it's about. If you look at it to be attacked and not learn, you just won't grow. Okay? Just learn instead of being defensive. So, and you know what? You know what's crazy? Because I was walking all through the Passover. You know how many sisters came up to me? More than 20 sisters came up to me and said, man, I appreciate that show. You be correcting me. You be putting me in my place. And I'm like, man, this is powerful because this shows the humility in these sisters who is actually trying to grow. And I'm not over there like, yeah, see, no. I'm actually like, okay, these are the type of sisters that are trying to grow. Right? They understand that it's something in them that they need to fix. And they like, nah, I want it to be hard like that. They like, I don't really want you to talk soft. I want you to keep staying real. That's what the sisters was telling me. By popular demand, where some people try to say, he's always talking about women, him and the other. Well, no. We talk about anything that needs to be talked about according to you understand the truth. And we don't really care about and worry about what people say. Why? Because the work continues to grow flawlessly. See? So when I got so many sisters coming up to me, and my men are a witness to what I'm saying. My men who were with me walking through the venue the whole time are witness. Keep teaching hard. Keep being real. Don't come soft for nobody. Stay hard. We need it like that. We need it real. We want to hear that real. So my sisters is telling by popular demand, don't speak for them. They want to hear real men of the Most High. They don't want to hear no soft cats who's really not, not in it for, for the right reasons. Men who try to take captive silly women through diverse lust and all types of manipulation because they just really want to lay down. I'm here to save souls and families. That's why Christ was walking the earth. I'm not here to walk to fornicate and to try to get some attention or something like that from some women. I'm here to save their souls for their families, so they can be in the kingdom of heaven. So when I show any things about women, it's not to make fun of women. I don't get any extra money in my pocket for talking down on women. I don't get any type of accolades. If to bring a general example, it's just what it is. The reality is all women are not, or men are not, good. We all need work in different areas. It's just what it is. The Most High didn't call us because of our righteousness, guys. He called it the people who pick up the plow, even when they get tired, but they just continue it and they don't put it down. When they almost about to catch a Charlie horse, hey, man, just bring me a Gatorade or something. Bring me some potassium. Bring me some electrolytes. And they just keep it going. Instead of saying, man, I don't know if I can do it no more. If you put your plow down, you're not fit for the kingdom of heaven. No one said every soil that you plow was going to be easy. You know how when you plow in soil, some parts have a lot of clay, some parts is easy. That's just how it goes when you're dealing with the ground. So I'm going to show this sister right here, not to make fun of her. And I pray, sister, if you ever come across this and you out there, that you watch this again and be like, man, what was I doing? Go back and examine your life, and you hopped in the sewer for a phone when you could have just asked your family for some help or something like that, or some friends. Now, if you can't ask family or friends and it's just you, that's not good, because we don't want to burn every bridge. All of us will need help sometimes. We can't do everything alone. So this sister hops in the sewer. And I'm saying because sisters have to get out the mindset, black sisters, any women, and Edomite or white women too. You can't be walking around following this thing that they've taught our sisters to say, I don't need a man. If you want to be a part of that party, it gets lonely. It gets lonely. When you see that alpha male walk in a room that you did bad or passed up, I mean, you think about that. Like, dang, what did I do? And it's hard to find a good one again who's not going to play games and who's really going to be serious about you in the Most High. This is why sisters need men right here. And this brother, he's right here. It's like, brother, why would you let her hop in that joint? I'm going to tell her, like, listen, no, I'm just going to get you a new phone. Don't do that. This is why you put insurance on phones. I'm not finna let my girl hop in and I got her on camera. Nowadays, I'm seeing men, not all men. There was a woman getting attacked by a pit bull. The guys are in the car on the camera phone, recording it to put it online. Why is everything going online? Why does everything I see need to be online? If it's not God or purpose driven or something that's going to motivate, encourage, exhort somebody to do something better or learn something, it's really no point. Putting all types of personal stuff online is totally demonic and it's vainglory. You're going to put this woman online, I mean, for what? Now people, thousands upon thousands of people are going to see this sister online. And I'm not putting it on there to embarrass. I'm making an example to show whoever recorded this was wrong. And the sister obviously is not all there. Maybe she's drunk, whatever, had too much to drink, and she's hopping in here. This is an example to our people that we really need to work on family. We got to work on family again. Raising these children correct, because this is not it. I mean, I would have my sister, even as a stranger, I'm like, sis, what are you doing? Get out the sewer. And I'm like, listen, let me get a plastic bag before I grab your hand, or I'll take my shirt off and grab her hand and pull her out with the shirt, because I know you can get all type of disease hopping in some of this. I don't know what state sewer this in. Hopefully it ain't New York, because I know it's Arabs, it's all type of stuff in this joint. Chinese. Let me tell you.
I'm drunk as my phone is gone, bro. Come on. I'm gonna cry. I can't pay for that, bro. I'm sorry. I can't do this. Vivi, get.
Oh,
Sonjo, help me. No, help me.
Shorty went deep sewer diving for the phone. If the phone is under there, it's done, sweetheart. It's already done. If it's under the water, it is gone, sweetheart. And this is why we don't need to be in no stupid clubs and silly stuff like that, because there's nothing going on. Like, people are just, they have no purpose in life. Kid, I mean, whose daughter is this? She need prayer. Father have mercy.
I'm drunk as my phone is gone, bro.
The brother's sitting there laughing. I remember back in the days where people would fight and people would jump in to stop the fight. You barely get a minute of licks. And I remember days where, like, nah, sis, I ain't gonna let you do that. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? I don't care if it's a pit bull attacking a woman. I'm gonna go put your life on a line for the woman. And if you're a so-called YN and you stay strapped up, go help her get safe from the dog. Man. And she went when the sister went under there with her head as if she can actually see what's going on in the dark. I'm like, my sister needs total prayer. Sister, come and get baptized. Come and get baptized, my sister. Please.
Come on. I'm gonna cry. I can't pay for that, bro.
And the sisters are now calling each other bro. No, sisters, don't talk like that, calling each other's bro. That's so whack. Don't do that. That's not attractive to be saying bro. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm just telling you the truth. Don't do it.
I can't do this. Vivi, get. Sonjo,
gracious.
Help me. No, help me.
I don't even know if sis could get in my car after that. I mean, sis, we got to find a car wash, stand outside. Let me go get some dishwashing liquid and some water. Listen, we got to make something happen first. Good Lord of mine. Man, let me tell you, that's rough. This is the last video I'm going to show for the night, because we got to get out of here, and I'm going to open up these lines. Why we come on with survival skill sets, gardening, and all types of things out there. When you're driving, sometimes cut the music off. Sometimes put on things that are going to help you make it through these times, because wisdom and knowledge are going to be the stability of our times, as it says in the Bible. And I wanted you to see this. It may be a little funny to some, but in all actuality, we just read Isaiah 4 of why women are going to realistically have to find a man to survive in this time. Because according to this video, it's going to show why. Fair use for educational purposes only.
Clothes that they're wearing.
No dry clothes and no fire.
So basically, the women go to one island alone, the men swim to another island alone. All of these women who claim that they don't need men, when everything in the world is made by men. Everything in the world is made by men. And you'll have some person who just wants to be childish saying, well, they didn't make lipstick. No, they made that too. But if they find one thing, all of a sudden they get some cool points or something to prove some type of point that they can't prove. No. Listen. This is what goes on in reality of life. When a woman don't want to listen to her husband, he's trying to tell her, hey, babe, you might want to try to do this. I don't like worms in the garden. It's all good. But I'm just telling you, you might want to get like some of them African women, because they put them little things on their head and walking around and they be in the garden and I'm not saying you got to be African, but ain't nothing wrong with getting down like them on some level when it comes to survival. I'm just saying I can't force my sisters to do nothing, but when it come down to eat, all of a sudden you Superman in a survival situation. Cause let me tell you, in all reality, ain't gonna be no lashes, ain't gonna be no nails getting done. So if you got hammer time on your toes, it's all gonna come out. That's why I'm saying, listen, practice the nature of who you're gonna be, because if you better hold on, if you got that wig, you better hold on to that wig. You might only have one wig in your arsenal when this stuff goes down. It's no more going to the Chinese shops because Babylon is falling. This stuff will not be around. I don't know if you're going to be trying to find leaves and cut leaves and place little leaves on your nails or however you finna do this thing right. But I'm going to tell you, it's about to get real. So I would practice who I am and who I show myself to be when it really goes down. I know you got your Batman cape and suit and, joint and Catwoman suit for Babylon to go to work. I get it. But in all actuality, start practicing who you going to be when we all we got. They're going to be like, where's Sarah at? Where's Sarah? I'm right here. I can't see you. That you ain't Sarah? He didn't know that was Sarah the whole time because Sarah had a whole makeup situation going on. She looked like a total another person. He thinks she lying, but she's like, no, this is me. And this is why I'm telling my sisters, and I know y'all be laughing because it's a little fun with it, but men's eyelashes be longer than women because men just don't touch them. Sometimes it's good for you to just not touch something and it's going to already be good. Like the soil. The more you touch the soil, the more it dries out. If you're a gardener and a husbandman, you know this. The more it dries out. For sure. The more you touch it, the more it dries out. It's like scratching your skin, like the soil. The more you scratch your skin, the area is going to turn hard and callous. Some things is not necessary to touch unless you touching it up with something that's good for it. I'm just telling you the truth. Most men's lashes is longer than women's. So think about it all. I don't want to grow dreads. You're going to be wanting to grow dreads when it's time. And then you're going to be hating on other sisters because they took their time out to make sure they had their wilderness situation going on. Whatever just think about it. I'm giving you some wisdom. Whatever you doing now is cool. But just practice what you're going to do and who you're going to be in the wilderness scenario. Now, sisters going to know how to hook it up, I'm sure. But I'm just saying we may not have all of those same resources. That's all I'm saying. So just find out how to do it on both sides. I'm not knocking what you do because, sisters got to get pretty. I get that. But had that fallback. Had that fallback for that pinky toe. If that pinky toe is hammer time, have you something in your pocket when you dipping off to make sure you can file it down. And make sure it ain't throwing up gang signs. That's all I'm saying. Okay? But let's go into this, all jokes aside.
It's a big mistakes. Don't think about it. Just one by one. It's gonna take. We'll just cuddle each other tonight.
So she's crying because she's saying it's gonna take so long to start a fire and gather sticks to get a meal going. Look at the men though. The men is chilling.
With light running out fast, the women are no closer to finding a beach to set up camp.
God, there's a caiman.
Though potentially.
Look, Esau is finding whatever to eat that quick. They like, listen, we got to survive. We're going to do what we need to do to survive. They worry about bugs and worms, and hey, there you go.
To humans, a crocodile of this size could provide tens of thousands of calories for the women, who have barely eaten in days. The women decide to walk away from this potentially life.
Now, obviously, we will not be eating unlawful things, us, but I'm just showing this as a general example, okay? The Most High knows what he's doing with our people. We're not going to be eating nothing unlawful like that.
Feast.
That is dinner here. That is our dinner.
They not tripping. They not, let me tell you, they not worrying about if it's a big crocodile or nothing. They like, listen, whatever we need to do to eat. This is how men think. So in the day to come, that's why I'm generalizing that men is just going to know what to do, where women, we can be just like men. Hey, okay, let's see. The Most High specifically made men stronger than women. Like, that's not to boast, just to separate the two of who was going to be leading, dominant, who was going to be, you understand, to rule, right?
Folks, funny. He's not scared of us.
You're in.
Here we go, puppy dog.
Yes.
Go. Get in there, boys. Woo!
Actually.
So as you see, they gave them certain tools. Even though they gave the women certain tools, they still can survive with the tools. Lord have mercy.
We can't eat because we have no fire.
Because they don't want to do nothing. They don't want to put no work in. You know what I mean? They just wanted everything at ease. And it's all good. But I'm telling you, you want to get behind a man now. And I'm not talking about people to just go out and force themselves. But I'm talking about sisters who know. They just keep overthinking it and knowing it's a good man. Because they see Shamar more on the other side. I'm just wondering about him, though. I don't know. How am I supposed to know if he's the right one? It's like, all right, sis, keep working with that in your mind. Go ahead. I'm not stressing about it. But just know what we showing right here, this is the reality. I'm not finna tell no sister to settle, but just be prepared to start your fire when it's time.
Nothing to drink because we can't boil it to purify it and sterilize it.
The men having a total party.
The women have circled back to Coconut Beach for a second time. The women have now been without water for more than 48 hours, and they are dangerously dehydrated.
I feel really drained.
Almost 2 weeks without a meal, the group is at the point of starvation. If they don't eat soon, there's a genuine risk their organs will start to shut down.
Call the medics!
Get to the island.
She said, call the medics, y'all. She said, call the medics. Lord have mercy. She said, I can't do it. All right, man. I'm going to open up the calls for a little bit. If somebody wants to call in. If not, we're gonna go ahead and shut it down. We at 979-398-5875. All right. So if you want to call in, if you have a question about the show or whatever, or a comment, you can go ahead and call in. We're only going to open it for about 5 to 10 minutes. But if we don't get no call in about 2 to 3 minutes, then we're going to go ahead and shut it down. And we're going to see y'all next Tuesday because we got a lot of stuff lined up for you guys. And definitely I've been getting a lot of people to ask me about more, gardening stuff, especially the people who are really staying tuned into that part. But once again, the call-in number is 979-398-5875. But some people, have asked me to talk about a few things with gardening. And I'm going to tell you, if you have people who's putting in the work with gardening and you have a crew of people who they want to eat the food, but they don't really want to help put the work in, and then everybody wants to be like a chief, that the whole deal is with that, it's best that you just plant your own gardens if you want to be like that. If you have if you can't like see, this is the problem with our people. This is the problem. Could I post the Proven website? Proven313.com. Proven313.com. Let me answer this call here. 256 area code. Who's calling in? Shalom. You said Brother Howdy from Baytown? Okay. Yeah. Shalom. Let me make sure that everyone can actually hear you. Let me make sure everyone can everyone actually hear him in the chat? If you can't, let me know. Because if they can't, then I'll just take my earphones off like I did last time. Can y'all hear him in the chat really quick? We got Brother Howdy calling in from Baytown. Well, I'll just take the earphones off. It's all good. They say they can't hear. Okay, cool. I got it. All right, my brother, go ahead. Shalom, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. How are you? I'm all right, man. I'm blessed.
Yes, sir. I have a question about your lime brew tea.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I recall, or I think I recall you saying that like when you use it one time, like if I was to like strain it like through a cheesecloth, I can use it a second time. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I have many different things in my house, but when I'm making that tea, we have like a glass kettle that you can get it off Amazon, and you can actually put your tea inside like a little strainer, little pot, and the liquid hits it and it drops in there, obviously, whatever. And so we end up putting more water and using it like 2 or 3 times.
Okay, so I can save it longer. Okay. And my second question is, I remember you said you have shoes. Do you have them for like bigger feet, like 15, 16?
Yes, I do. I do actually. Let me see something what's going on real quick, because they said they still can't hear you that well. So I don't know why that is, but you can continue. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, that was pretty much.
That was pretty much it.
Yeah, it for right now. I think if I could ask you a training question, if you don't mind.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I remember you were talking about the incline bench. If I don't have access to an incline bench, can you like substitute it with like handstand push-ups?
Yes, sir. You could just put your feet. You could put your feet on a couch, and you can put your feet on the couch and actually do them like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it like that.
Okay.
So.
Cool. That's all I got for you.
Well, thank you for calling in, my brother. I appreciate you. All right.
All right. So what else?
No problem. All right. Shalom.
All right. Shalom.
Sorry about that, people. Let me see why I don't know why it's not why it was so low. 404 area code. 404 area code. Who's calling in?
Oh yeah, hello, hello, brother. This is brother Carlos. I live in Mexico and Merida, Yucatan, and I was been meaning to ask this question about a certain scripture where it says that we can't eat all the fat of the of, of livestock. I don't know if are any limits to that. I don't know what's your take on that.
All the fats of livestock. You're talking about like the blubber. You're talking about like the blubber and stuff like that. No, you can't eat like when you are harvesting a cow or you're slaughtering a cow. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? He fell off. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, it's me, Carlos again. I just only have bad poor reception. Yeah, it's because there's a verse in Leviticus where it says that we're not allowed to eat the fat of the calf or something like that.
Yeah,
and
but
I wanted to know like to what extent.
yeah, but that's talking about the unhealthy fat, like the blubber. Like when you're cutting through that fat, when you're cutting through that cow, it's some heavy fat. It's some heavy fat that's on there. And it's pretty obvious when you're cutting that cow. It's like thick, blubbery fat. It's not talking about fat that's in between a steak and stuff like that. That's not what it's talking about. Because and then even with that, you have even with certain fat, you have fat that you can make like beef tallow and stuff with. So it's not talking about those type of fats. It's talking about this blubbery fat that's just unhealthy for us.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that since I'm not a butcher. And I don't know, I also have another related question, like, as far as, like, when you cook the meat, there's, like, what's considered blood in it? Because I see this, it has this red watery substance. Is that counted as blood, or am I going too far here?
No, blood is blood. I mean, I don't know how everybody cooks. I don't know how everybody cooks their meat, but you know, blood. If it's blood, you should know it's blood. But if it's red and watery, I don't. To me, I mean, I eat my steak well done. You know, so and if I did eat it, you understand anything under that. You just gotta know. You just gotta know, man, because. You know, I can't tell you that from each plate to plate.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And I don't know if I also have one more question, but I don't know if I can ask it right now or just pass my turn.
No, go ahead. I'm trying to work on this volume. I don't know why it's so low. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So this is an important question. Like, what the understanding on, or what's your stance on blood transfusion? Since a lot of these things that they have are tainted, especially with what they've been putting into people. So I don't know. What's your take on that? Is it safe or should we avoid it?
There's still some clean blood out there. There's still some clean blood out there. You just have to be careful. Every hospital is different. Every hospital is different, and I mean, I don't really get into personal medical things, but I've heard some people still be able to get some clean stuff. So that I know there's things that happened in 2020, but I've still heard some people being able to get some clean stuff out there. And also, I mean, if they got some other stuff, which I don't recommend, there's people who go to certain places where they can actually clean out everything in their blood and filter that whole blood out. But I wouldn't recommend that if I didn't have to.
All right. I had that question for the longest time, and just we wanted to make sure that we're in the safe. And I know it's more like of a personal thing, but sometimes we think it might be related to a salvation issue due to the dangers they got nowadays. I don't know. Just saying.
Well, you can clean blood. You can clean blood. They have a device that cleans the whole blood out. It takes time, but it can clean the whole blood out.
All right. And like, I don't know what's the stance in the at your church and Gathering of Christ. Like, is this like, can this be a salvation issue?
What are you talking about with the blood?
Yeah, like blood transfusions and all that, especially if it's tainted.
Well, as long as it ain't tainted with no Nephilim blood, then you good.
All right. I would like to go to a study someday, but God willing. I know right now this is not the time, but I'm really glad to be able to reach you out. It's not.
Where you from?
Yeah, it's not that common. Oh yeah, I'm from. Well, it's a long story. Right now, I'm calling from Mexico, Yucatan, but I was born in Veracruz. Lived there all my life, or most of my life, but I did live half my life over there in the U.S.
Okay. Well, all praises. So you're not with the church yet? Just yet?
No, I'm not with the church or with any per se, not yet. We've been trying to find a church, but it always seems to be out of reach.
Okay. Well, if you send us an email, we may get you hooked up with. I know we got somebody out there in Mexico, so we'll see. Can we get you hooked up with that? If you send us a church email, if you go to our website, I think the email is gathering. Let me see. Elder Dale, what's that email again? If you can put it inside the chat. If not, you can. If not, brother, you can go to gatheringofchrist.org and email us there. You'll find the email there.
All right, all praise the Most High. Thank you for that. I mean, the main one right now is my brother. He's right now joined with the virtual classes.
Okay, yeah.
And so far, I like the insight that you have on certain topics, and yeah, it's pretty enlightening. And I thank God, and also want to give double honors to the elders for scripture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
thank God.
Yeah.
Thank you for the contribution.
Well, thank you for calling in, my brother, and try to stay close and linked in, and like I said, eventually try to get with a church. So email us so we can try to get you with a church, man. That would be very helpful for you. All right. Okay.
Yeah, the Most High God.
Yeah. He put the email in there. gatheringas1@aol.com. I didn't want to mess it up. It was in my head, but gatheringas1 is the number 1 at aol.com.
Gathering S1 at AOL.com. Okay.
And just tell them you out there. Tell them you out there in Mexico and you're trying to get with the church. All right.
All right. All praise the Most High. Thank you.
All right. Shalom.
And have a good one.
You too, brother.
Shalom.
I'm sorry. I have to work on to see what's going on with this thing. Why it was not even playing. I don't know what. I don't know what happened here. I don't know why it wasn't playing for you guys there. So this is the second time it did this. I have to see what's going on with these settings again for whatever reason. So, but yes. So like I said, you want to call in one more time? It's 979-398-5875. If not, we're gonna close it out. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know why. So while while you guys are there, I'm just checking this one more time here to see what's going on because it's never done that. So I think I might have to start coming into Zoom. I might have to start coming into Zoom here. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but we'll fix it. I'll get with AC and we'll try to fix it. So, all right, we got 732 area code. Who's calling in? Say that again. Can you speak up? Mary Hinton.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm okay. What question do you have for us tonight, or a comment?
I want to ask them, do you have anything, any medicine for people with high blood pressure, thyroid condition, and constipation?
Well, what you can do, you can go to my website, KIIYsupplements.com. Yeah, KIIY. Yeah, so go there, and if you can't find it, just ask the question to the customer service, and they will guide you in the right place.
We never had no customer service come on there. My daughter never had a customer service that came on there. Ask them no questions.
Yeah, you got to ask the question in there. They're gonna come on there. Trust me.
Oh, okay. You say it's KK. Well, that's the same place that I ordered the vitamin.
Yes. KIIYsupplements.com.
Okay, because before I think my daughter called, but she couldn't get no answer from nobody. Are you open all night? Are you open all? What time do you close up? What time do that close up?
Well, you can always order, but customer service usually is closed by 5.
By 5, okay.
But you can still text it in there, and they will get back to you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem, ma'am. You have a blessed one, okay?
Oh, you too. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. I'm sorry, guys. This thing is frustrating me. This volume issue out of nowhere. I don't know what in the world is going on, and I can't just figure it out at the last minute. So I'm gonna have to cut these calls off because I don't know what's going on here. So anyway, yes, we're gonna have it fixed by next week. I'm gonna get up out of here, and I will talk to you guys next week if it be the Most High's will. So stay tuned until next time, all right? And make sure you're getting that Hebrew and Bible Academy. I think it was March 29th, all right, at historytimes.org. Thank you, Elder Dale, Elder Rock, all the brothers and sisters out there for tuning in. And stay tuned tomorrow for A Gathering 144 on our main channel for Elder Ricard Shiar. All right, peace and blessings, guys. Shalom.
The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make